Hey guys, welcome back to the Crooked River and Eastern Railroad and another Crooked River production. Today's going to be a little different video. It's not train related. Wife and I are on vacation this week. Today we're putting together a gazebo from Kozyard. It is a 10 by 12 metal gazebo and we're putting it here on our deck. Something we've been wanting to do for a while, just to add some more usage out of our deck, keep the bugs away a little better, and then also give us a little more time when the weather's a little chillier. If it's raining, you can still come out here and sit. So yeah, I'm gonna video this and we'll see how it goes. My wife will be in the video here and there. She'll be giving me a hand. Hopefully it'll go together well. So stand by, I'll turn the camera and we'll get started. The deck is 16 wide, I guess you call it, from the house. So 16 by 20 feet. Okay, so we have 3 boxes here. 1, 2, third one's over there. I think that's for the roof panels. Wife is trying to cut them open. And so we'll get started. I'm going to assume we'll start with box 1. I have no idea what the instructions are. So I'm just going to set the camera on the tripod and kind of let things play, and we'll see how it all plays out. I will kind of cut in and out as need to if I notice anything that is either damaged or just extra challenging that we run into that might be helpful. Box 1 has all the screws, still the manual.
It's got your little wrenches and shit.
So we're going to take this up inside out of the way. Not going to need that for a long time.
You will need 1 or more step ladders. You need a Phillips screwdriver, the hex keys. Do not fully tighten screws. You could use a drill.
Bags and stuff are.
So, like they said, it doesn't look like there's any.
They give you this. I believe it's to put in the holes when you put the screws down in the roof panels. Interesting. Okay, so everything's out of the box. Of the 2 big boxes, got them all. These I'm going to start with, so I left them up here, but everything else is pretty well alphabetized, all laid out in the grass. So when we need it, we just run out there and grab it. Too much parts to be able to keep them all up here. That box, we opened it, it is all roofing panels, so that we won't need for a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna get started.
I have the screws for.
I just don't want to scratch the material. I don't want to. Okay, so there's the 4 posts there. Okay, so now we gotta attach part C, part B. Part F goes between them to keep them together. So that's what we're gonna do next. Okay, so these 2 pieces slip in together. Watch your fingers. Guys, this is another thing when you put this together, you really should wear gloves. If you have any available at the moment. Just be careful because this is aluminum. It can definitely cut you. You want screws?
Yeah.
Right,
And this one's being a jerk.
We're supposed to do just those 2 and those 2.
Yeah. I actually put 1 screw in there.
Alright, so this gets set aside, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go grab the parts for the other one and we'll put that together and we'll come back. Okay, so now we're adding these little black pieces on. So we'll get that done. I'm not 100% sure what that's for. It almost looks like maybe track. For the tracks for the curtains. Could be wrong. Haven't gotten that far to find out. All right, I'll be back when we get that done. So these are both sets of upper rails, like they will go up upper beams, I guess. to go up there. That's what my assumption is. One is for the 12-foot side, or two are for the 12-foot side, two are for the 10-foot side. I'm not sure what the top thing is for. I'm thinking that maybe the like rafters will come into that, some of the cross bracing. The lower one has grooves in it for the curtains and screens. So we're gonna take a little break and we'll get back at it here in just a little bit. Okay, so we have one long side somewhat together. Working on the other one here. So tip that one up and lean it, and then we'll put the other connecting pieces on. Those will be a little harder with all those above our heads, but so far so good. Okay guys, so we got 4 walls up, standing. I gotta finish putting these cross members in. Now remember, keep everything loose when you do this. This way you can adjust as you go. Instructions are actually mostly picture based, but not bad. Pretty self-explanatory, not too shabby. So far. Now I haven't gotten to the roof yet. I have a feeling the roof's going to be a real pain. That box right there is full of roofing. It's all thin sheets cut into like angles on that. So it's going to be really fun. But for right now, what I'd like to do today is maybe get the roof framing up. We'll see how that goes. And then probably finish up tomorrow with the actual rooftop. All right, so we got our little cornices on there. Little middle decoration there to hide the seam. Starting to put the little hooks up here for the screen. And then we're gonna, next step will be the roof, I believe. So one thing I will recommend when you're putting this corner piece on, there's another one of these bolts here. It's behind that. So you're gonna want to tighten those down. At least these two here. One underneath that and that. Tighten at least those two down before you put that cap on. You know, I wouldn't tighten a whole lot of anything else down. But like these you'll have to tighten down. They're behind there. They look exactly like those. One like right there, another one like right in there. So I didn't show it, but trust me when I tell you, if you don't do it, you're gonna have to take that cap back off. And it's got 2 screws here. There's 2 screws up on the top of here. So you're gonna want to do it before you put that cap on, just a heads up. Okay, let's continue on. All right, so I think we're gonna call it for today. All right, guys, here we are, day 2. I'm gonna flip this camera around. I'll show you what we're doing. We're getting ready to do the frame for the roof frame, for the roof panels to go into. So, yeah, let me flip this around and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so there's some of the pieces we need. I'm looking at this part here. So we're gonna be building this frame part here. And then that'll get lifted in. Now it looks like we should be able to build this on the ground and lift it up and attach. So that's kind of the impression I'm getting. I will let you know if that works okay. We opened up the box. These are all the roof panels. And they will all get slid in somehow. There's a ton of these little clips that have to go on. We'll get to that later. All right, stand by. Okay, so just a little tip here. If we're doing this right, it's a little confusing when you look at this directions. We have things standing up. I don't trip over everything. Kind of to build it on the floor inside of things. And the plan is to just kind of get in the ladders and lift it up. So these are your pieces, I think P and Q. So it looks like this notch faces out and the holes go down. These are bent, but they both have to go in together here in these corner parts. So we put those in there loosely, but then realized that this little cap R goes over. My wife just finished doing that one, so it goes over top of that. And it has a cover piece, holds everything in. So we're putting everything in just like finger tight, kind of loose, so that we have some wiggle room when we raise it up. Just wanted to show that. So when you're looking at the directions, depending on how you're building it, it confused us a little because we are building it basically upside down from the picture. So just a heads up. Okay, so we got this up. That was fun. I left everything just finger tightened. Yeah, that's bad. It'll be fine. And things gotta just get shifted as we do more construction, and everything's just in there loosely, so you have wiggle room. More to come. Okay, so here you go. We have the frame loosely up. I think the panels will be the next step. Not a bad looking gazebo so far, guys. It is coming along. I love the color. It matches the deck really nice. And then the dark brown's gonna be a nice contrast. So far, not too bad. No real big surprises. Nothing we haven't been able to figure out to this point. Again, I've pointed out a couple of the little things that you should be aware of. But so far, nothing crazy. I'll let you know about the roof itself. So more to come. Okay, so when you're putting these brackets up here, there's a plate that goes between these two, screws up to that. And you have these corner pieces here. I don't think you can see them. It screws in each side and then into the middle there. Okay, the next one comes over, does the same thing. You just keep working your way around. And when you get to the last side, you're gonna want to leave. We did this one last. So I had to undo that corner piece in order to get this bar to fit in to the corner piece there. You know what I mean? So you had to kind of put them together and then put it all up at once on the last side. So it was okay. It's a little flimsy because, like I said, everything's just finger tightened right now because I don't know how much moving around I have to do when I do the roof. Starting to look like something anyhow. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and separate all these little panels out. You see the little clips there? They have to all be added on. You have two different sets of panels labeled W and X. Two sets of X's, two sets of W's. One's for the 12-foot side, one's for the 10-foot side. When you put these little clips on, you'll see they go on where that little ridge goes underneath the little cutout. So not too bad, just tedious. Definitely get them all separated. It'll make it go quicker later. So, okay, let's move on. All right, we're making more progress. We got one side of the roof up. We got the middle roof up. A little bit of a slow go. You gotta really kind of manipulate the panels around. These little clips, they like to fall off when you're sliding it in. So, I mean, they come off pretty easy. I don't know if I'm just doing something wrong with it or what. But we're getting there. All right. Stand by for more. Okay, so not too bad. A little bit of fight in it. So you have to leave everything pretty loose, guys. Panels, you gotta be able to shift them around up and down a little bit. So you don't want to tighten like these rails too tight. And leave a little play in those. Same thing with like your everything. You want to be able to kind of push it and move it a little bit. I just got done tightening everything down. Mostly everything. Tomorrow we have to do the screens that go in the top there. And we'll hook the screens on to the hooks. But we're pretty tired. We're gonna call it a day. That's day 2. And she's nice. Nice looking. So stand by, more to come. Okay guys, all done. So that was 2 days, 2 pretty much full days. break for lunch, break for like an afternoon snack. You know, start around 8:30 and finish around 5, 6, 6:30 both days. Yeah, not bad, not bad. I got the screens up. I'm waiting on the hooks. We ordered curtains to come with it, but the hooks were not in the box. We emailed them. They're gonna send us the hooks for the curtains. They'll go on these tracks as well. These are just little eye hooks. Buttons go over these little, and these are plastic. They slide, but they're plastic, so you gotta kind of be a little more gentle with that. I'm not crazy about the fact that they're plastic. When you're doing the roof and everything, make sure you leave this bar along the roof. Goes all the way around. These are like separate sections on each side. Leave these loose so you have room to kind of jimmy back and forth to hit your holes. I left most of the roof stuff just slightly less than finger tight until I got everything up. And then you can tighten everything down. The only ones that you kind of have to get are like these ones right at the top. Unless you're good with heights. I'm not good with heights, so I got those. Just snug those down pretty much at the beginning. Screens up in the top there. For the most part, just take your time, be safe, be careful. Like the aluminum panels are sharp. You will have to do a little bit of manipulating. You do not have to drill any holes. No unnecessary drilling or anything like that. If you're doing that, then you did something wrong. So everything does fit together. I'm going to tell you, those little plastic clips that go on the end of the panels that slip up in the rails on the outside here are just, they're kind of a pain in the neck. They kept wanting to pop off. I don't know if I can show them or not. You kind of see them there. See the little plastic right in there? Those are those clips I'm talking about. So they do tend to want to slip off of there if you do too much moving and manipulating with them. Once you get them in place, they're fine. So that was one thing I kind of had frustration with. Same thing at the top. You want to leave the top, like the very top of the top. You want to kind of leave that loose so you can lift it enough to make sure you're fitting everything in there before you snug it down. The screws that snug it down are from on the inside, so you don't have to get back up there, you know, and try to beat something through. Okay, so overall, I'm going to give this definitely 2 people, 3 would be better. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. So far, so good. We do have plates here to screw it down to the deck, and thankfully I was able to get it pretty much over the holes will be pretty much right over a joist, and that's all the way around, so that's going to be good for me to screw down into those instead of just trying to bite into the boards. So yeah, I definitely would recommend it. So far so good. Zippers are nice and solid, and is what it is. Keep the bugs out when you want to enjoy a meal or sit out here at night. Right now we're going to keep the table in here. I think eventually, probably not this summer, maybe next, get some actual patio furniture to go in. Move the dining. This is an old table. We'll probably replace that at some point too. Because of the venting and the metal roof, you can do like a propane fire pit. So we have that. We'll use that in the put that in there when it gets cooler. For those cooler nights, this will allow us to use the patio, and later in the fall, sooner in the spring, even in the summer. If you want to sit out here, it's a nice day, but it's raining. Like it's a nice temperature day, but it's raining. You can be covered and still enjoy the outdoors and not stuck in the house. So yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for this build. Hope you all enjoyed it. Hope it was helpful. It's nice looking. Matches the color of my deck pretty well. So I like that about it too. Got a 2-tone color. The curtains that we bought, that we have to put those up still. Like I said, we're waiting on hooks. is this color right here, that tannish color. All right, so that'll do it for now, and thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed. Till next time, bye for now.